What's up, guys? It's Dr. Jim. I am your chiropractor and your natural health care expert, and I want to welcome you to this video, part 3. Part 3 of the What is Chiropractic video series I've put together. Now, as you know, chiropractic is based, as I have said in my earlier videos, it's based on 4 axioms, or what we call indisputable truths. This series is going through all 4 of those, and each one I'm highlighting one of the parts. If you have not watched the earlier 2, I highly recommend it. There's really good information in there. I really went in depth on number 1 and number 2. Today is all about number 3, so let's get started. Chiropractic is based on 4 indisputable truths. Number 1 is that your body is a self-healing and self-regulating organism. All right. Now, we know that to be true, and you prove it to yourself every time you cut your finger, because what happens when you cut your finger? Your body heals itself. Number 2 is your nervous system is the master system and controller of that body. Literally every function and every process in your body is ultimately controlled by your nervous system. Very cool. I went in depth on those in the earlier videos. Number 3, all right, if you interfere with the nervous system, then you definitely interfere with the body's ability to heal and regulate itself. Now, notice what I said there. I didn't say if you interfere with the nervous system, it may be, or it could, or it might possibly interfere with the body's ability to heal and regulate itself. No, it definitely interferes with the body's ability to heal and regulate itself. So, how could we interfere with the nervous system? Well, one of the main ways when we look at you chiropractically is if you have a misalignment in the spine, right? So the nervous system starts in your brain, runs down through your spinal cord, and in between every bone in your spine exits 2 nerves. And your nerves in your spinal cord are protected by your spine, all right? Now, when everything is lined up in your spine and it's moving well, then really about 100% of that information can get from your brain down through the spinal cord and out where it needs to go. Now, due to things like falls, accidents, repetitive poor postures, lots and lots of emotional stressors, really bad diet choices, all of these things put stress on the system and can create a misalignment in the spine. Now, when you create a misalignment in the spine, it can rub, pinch, and irritate where that nerve comes out, and ultimately it interferes with the information going from the brain down the spinal cord, and whatever nerve is interfered with is not getting 100% of the information that it needs. Now, this misalignment is what's called a subluxation. A subluxation is an interference with the nervous system due to a misalignment in the spine. Now, there's really kind of 2 types of subluxations that I think about, or what I work with when I work with patients. Number 1 is what we call an intervertebral subluxation. So you can have a misalignment between one bone to another. So let's imagine this. You have a shift. Your L5 is the very lowest vertebra in your lumbar spine, and it twists. It creates a shift, or it shifts backwards, and when it does that, it rubs and pinches and irritates the nerve where that comes out. Well, as many of you may have already had it or have experienced before, that could cause a whole bunch of lower back pain, and if it was bad enough, not only could it cause pain there, but then as it follows that nerve out, it can go down into your butt, down your leg, and you can end up with a whole bunch of sciatic pain all the way down to your foot, all right? So that is an intervertebral, one bone to another, misalignment, subluxation, that's putting pressure or irritation on the nerves, and it's interfering with the transfer of information, all right? So it's interfering with the body's ability to heal and regulate itself along that nerve pathway. Now, there's another type of subluxation or misalignment that we call, it's like a global subluxation. So one way to think about a global subluxation is normally what we like to see in the neck is a what we call a reverse C, all right? Or this sort of backward bend is the natural shape of the neck. It should go like this. Like if I was turned sideways like this, it would be a curve like this in my cervical spine. Now, what happens is that you can actually, due to accidents and poor postures and all kinds of things that we've had in the past, you can actually lose that normal curve in your neck. Now that curve's so important, we call that your arc of life. And when you lose that curve, it literally stretches and pulls tension on your spinal cord. And then that puts a tension on the entire nervous system. And that interferes with the transmission of impulses from your brain down through your neck and out to all parts of your body. So, these subluxations, whether it be one bone to another or something global, like if you've seen somebody with their head way out in front of them, think about the amount of stress and tension that's putting on the spinal cord and the nervous system inside of there. Those misalignments, those subluxations, they create interference with how the brain can talk to all parts of the body. So can that cause pain? Absolutely. But this is one thing I want you to understand. Only 10% of the nerves in your body sense pain. 90% of the nerves of your body are controlling how your body's functioning, how your heart beats, your lungs breathe, how your immune system goes, fights infection, how a cut heals on your leg. And so that is a big deal. These misalignments, if you interfere with the nervous system, with the subluxation, then you definitely interfere with the body's ability to heal and regulate itself. All right? So we'll start at the beginning. The body is a self-healing and self-regulating organism. Number 2, the nervous system is the master system and controller of that body. Number 3, if you interfere with the nervous system, you interfere with the body's ability to heal and regulate itself. We call that interference a subluxation. It can be physical, emotional, it can be tied to chemical, diet, all those things. And then lastly, if you remove that interference, this is where chiropractic comes in. If you remove that interference, then you can restore the body's ability to heal and regulate itself. How cool is that? I'm excited about it. That's why I get up every morning to come to work, because we are finding that interference, we're removing it, and we're assisting your body to help heal and regulate itself. That's no higher purpose for me in life than to be able to come into work every day and do that for you. So I'm super excited. Please like this video, comment below, share it with your friends. We want to get this information out there to the world. Just like I tell my son every day before he goes to school, be your very best today. #never quit. And I believe that God wants the very, very best for you. And the day you believe that, it could change your life forever, just like it did mine. Have an awesome, awesome day.